Guys, and so I'm trying to learn. Hello. Hello. So just a quick one. I don't know. Do you know that studies have shown that mindful hobbies, right? Like bidding, like doing craft work, it not only reduces stress, but it also boosts happiness and mental clarity. Yes. Hey guys, this is Sharon from Beading Crush, and my interest is doing what makes me happy. And perhaps you have a hobby too that you like doing, and I will encourage you to work on it because sometimes working on hobbies like this could also be therapeutic for you. And now we have found out that hobbies like beading or craft work, the kind of work that you sit down to craft, to work through, it doesn't only reduce stress, it also make you feel satisfied. You know. But here's a problem that most crafters they face. They don't give themselves enough permission to enjoy themselves. Maybe because working it takes a long time to conclude, and they don't give themselves the permission to have this me time without feeling guilty. Just imagine you have so many things to accomplish at home. Let's say you're a 9 to 5, and I'm not fulfilling purpose today. I'm not doing this because bidding could take a whole lot of time. It could take quality time off the day. It could bid as long as 5 to 6 hours non-stop. That is if you have a comfortable cushion, a sofa that you bid, and a comfortable chair. You could bid and bid and bid while listening to so many messages. So here today I'm going to talk to you about how to use bidding or use any craft or any hobby of yours, how to use it to gain a whole lot and to improve the things that you love doing. It will reduce your stress level, it will make you happy, it will be more satisfying, and also there is a certain level of mental clarity because you are sitting at one place for a very long time, and all you are just bent on doing back and forth is you're working on that, you're stitching, you're weaving. So that is that. And we are going to talk about the feeling guilty part. And today I will show you how to create a personal enjoyable bidding time, which I have been able to accomplish. I'm also going to talk to you about how to make it like busy. To me, I cannot sit down at one place to listen at a stretch, a sermon or a lecture, but I need to be doing something with my hands that will afford me to sit down and listen and listen and listen. Yeah, and that is where beat comes in. Let's imagine that you have a course that you are taking, and it needs you to sit down at one place to listen for so long. Now, this is the right time to bring out your hobby, to bring out a craft that you love doing from time to time. Well, I use it to accomplish all these tasks, and before I know it, I have done a whole lot of projects that I had kept for a long time, and that is how I get busy, accomplish things, and at the same time fulfill purpose in the area of perhaps studying that I want to do. Also, we are still going to talk about how this me time can actually improve your mood, how it can also improve your focus and creativity outside of beading. Most times we are 9 to 5 people, and we are always busy. We want to manage the time that we have. I'm at work now and I'm talking about this is because it affords me the time to do that. There are some days that it gets so busy that I cannot even do anything. So how do I also have the time to make beads? Now, this is what we are going to talk about. And you realize that if you've been beading a long time while you are listening to one thing, or you're listening to messages, some lectures, and you're beading and you're doing one hobby or the other, you tend to focus on it. You tend to conclude it. You tend to finish on time. Yes, it has helped me, and that is why I'm sharing it, because it has helped me to really I don't think while I'm beading, because you just bead along, you bead. Instead, your mind is focused on what you are listening, and you make some notes while you are beading. If you are not beading, if you're not doing something with your hands, if the lecture could have, you will sleep off. Yeah, I've slept off a good number of times, and that is why I need to find something to do with my hands to ensure that I do not sleep off, to ensure that I get something done. So, hello, beading lovers. If you're a beading lover, or if you're a hobby lover, or you have a hobby of choice, this is not exclusive for beading lovers. It could be for anybody that has a hobby, and the hobby takes a whole lot of time, and is a brain work. It's something that you also want to do along life. As life is passing, you still want to, you know get all these things done while you're doing 9 to 5, while you're doing all this. I need to be clear and succinct. You see, when you're doing 9 to 5, you're all over the place. You're at work, you are you at home, you're always busy. You have family members to cater to, you have children to cater to, and all that. You really need to plan your time. It is more than content planning. It's more than planning the content. It is more than that. Yes, on one part you prioritize, on the other part you kind of plan your content, but on the other part you also make time for the important things that happen daily in life. And this is really important. Let's be honest, right? How often do you like make time just for you? It is quite difficult. Like, make time just for you, family demands, no work stress, no errands. You just need a peaceful, guilt-free me time. How often do you do that? I'm not sure that you are a breastfeeding mom, you have toddlers running around. I'm not sure you actually have afford yourself that quality time. No, at this time, you cannot just do that. So for many of us, even when we sit down to bead, our minds are racing with, have I done this? Have I achieved this? Have I done this? Because at the end of the day, you need to be multitasking, and you feel a sort of pain if you did not conclude it. So of course, it's mentally, it is often right in your mind to dump bead, because bead is not a priority. Beading is not a priority. Yeah, it's not a priority. So you want to dump it and focus on the most important things. And by the time you look back, you just realize that years are going. These are the things that I do, and it makes me happy. These are the things that are oddly satisfying for me. It makes me cool off rather. But somehow Life is taking all these things away. So it's really difficult to, carry life along. Yeah, it's difficult to carry all these things that make us happy along because life is happening. So before you know it, is 10 years I've not even touched it because yeah, here and there, you're busy, yeah, all that and all that. So today's life, is all about turning your hobby for in this case your bidding hobby into a real, into a nourishing me time, into a special moment that relaxes your mind, that lifts your spirit, and fills your day with creative joy. So what I'm going to implore you do is now get all those, go and search for all those sermons for people that love listening to sermons, sermons as high as sermons that are up to maybe 2 to 3 hours. And once you start listening, you doze off. They say these are sermons that you have kept into to watch later lists, and you realize that many months you've not even got into it. So go and search for the favorite sermons you want to listen to. Search for all the things that you want to. Now, arrange it in a sort of playlist. It will afford you. Let's say you give yourself that today, all I want to do is I want to spend 5 hours. And I tell you that 5 hours, you will spend it well. So, and you want to listen to either lectures, you want to listen to either a calming, motivating talk, you want to listen, you want to learn a new thing, put them into a playlist that will be playing while you are working with your hands. Yes. Now, if you feel like life steals your time, it happens, yes. We feel, a lot of us moms feel like that all the time. And if you feel like your hobby feel and you feel like your hobby is another chore that you do, this life will change that thinking. Yes. We are here to be proactive, we are here um um to be to achieve, to fulfill purpose. We are not just here to talk and not conclude it. Because I've had my own fair share of experiences in this area that I realized that for many years I just couldn't do anything. It's not like I don't think about it, but man, I have so many things to do, so I just cannot afford to um use that time do to make beads. So beading feel like a chore, and it's a chore that I have to, blow many hours to achieve. Yeah. So a lot of times I just feel a sort of guilt when I see unfinished projects that I have been bidding for years I couldn't just conclude because there's no time to do that. Okay, now we are going to turn this into challenges. Challenge 1, 2, 3, and 4. So the first challenge is, let's say that the challenge that you're facing is you're feeling guilty for taking personal time when you have a toddler to attend to, when you have a family time to, when you have chores, clothes to wash, so many things. So this challenge, this is the problem, and we are going to work on the solution, right? So let us get to it. So this first challenge is feeling guilty for taking personal time. And the problem is that you feel okay, guilty that you're already taking in the time that you have to make beads when there are chores, there are kids, there are different works waiting. Now, this is a solution that I'm bringing to you today. The first thing is this: reframe that guilt, right? That mean time is maintenance, not luxury. Someone said some time ago that there is a real difference between a rich man and a poor man. The rich man, they'll just be spending their money, but sorry, a poor man spends their money, but a rich man invests. Investing in your time is not is not is not luxury. Is maintenance. It's teaching you something. You are working with your hands and you're improving your creativity. It's maintenance. You're maintaining something, you're building something. And as you build on something, before you know it becomes it becomes huge, right? Over time. It's not overnight success, it becomes huge. So you have to reframe that guilt that, man, this is not luxury. I'm not trying to waste my time, not trying to feel this guilt. This is not guilt here. This is something that I need for myself. Because once your mood improves, you'll be able to, get a whole lot of things sorted. You can solve so many problems once you are in a good mood. You have the time to attend to other things with a fresh mind instead of being beclouded, befuddled, and you are here and there. You make mistakes and all that. Just you know, if you have a toddler, you know how that feels. They're all over the place, and how can you just really handle without running, mental, without running just a little bit of psychosis after some time. Sometimes you just want to like cool off, you want to like go somewhere to relax. What if you don't have a helpmate that is really understanding, that wants to take the kid off you for a moment so that you can rest and sleep? Now this is where all these things come in and they are quite important. So your me time is not a luxury, it is maintenance time. So bring that time, be selfish for yourself. Say, I have my me time, so I must ensure that I use it. You understand? That is one. Two, explain to family. This is my reset moment, oh. So I can give my best later, but now it is time for me to like do the things that I have to do. If you give so much of yourself, people will also complain. If you expend your energy, the truth is that there are people lying there to take us. They are ready to take. And if you expend it to your lasting limit, the truth of the matter is that at the end of the day, they will still say you didn't do enough. They will still blame you. Yes, it is happening. These things are real, and they are seen in marriages. So you cannot say so many marriages are having issues because they are spent they are spent mentally, and you realize at the end of 24 hours you didn't even fulfill any purpose because you were busy giving and giving and giving. If you are highly unlucky and you meet perhaps a husband that doesn't understand, or you are highly unlucky, a mother-in-law that is a thorn in the flesh. No matter what you do, it doesn't please them. So, and you are trying to just get along with everybody. It's going to be a serious one for you every day, because at the end of the day, you are just there, you're just trying to live. You're just trying to live. So, from the onset, you need to reframe that thing. Change your mindset. Start telling yourself that right now, here I am. If I can get 40 minutes to myself, that is my reset moment. And this reset moment is my me time. Is my me time. Is maintenance. It's just as if you took 40 minutes to enter the shower. You enter your jacuzzi, you cross your legs, If they are calling you, Mama Emeka, please come and check on this thing. Do that yourself. I'm in the bedroom. Attend to that. So that is your me time. So reframe that mindset. Now, explain to family my reset moment. I will give my best later, not now, not now. If you don't take the bull by the horns and sit on these things and insist on them, people will ride you over and over and over again. And you start feeling bad when you see they're not reciprocating over a little thing you want them to do for you. You realize that they are just takers. They cannot even give themselves. They cannot sacrifice. Friendship now is quite poor. Relationships now are just are not growing, are not beautiful as it used to be. Before you get someone that is a real friend now, is quite difficult. Everybody is out there to just, milk from someone. And that is so sad and disappointing. But then you need to survive, right? So then the last tip for this challenge is you start with a 15-minute block. Tiny but valuable. What does that mean? You just tell yourself 15 minutes time, I need to block out of everything. In Africa here, what we do when toddlers are disturbing us, we back them. Once we back them, we go about to do the things we are doing. Let's say your child will not kill you before your time, but get a rope and tie your leg to the child and create a playground for the child. Let the child know that it is mommy's time. It is time to rest. Yes, I said that. Because if you give up the ghost, another person takes over, and another person reaps the things that you sowed. So in this case, you need to apply wisdom to, fulfill whatever that you have ongoing with you. You don't let anything take your joy away. You don't let anything come into your space. So start with these 15-minute blocks. Once the whole place is just fuzzy and all that, sometimes patients could just come, patients could just want to becloud your mind. Patients could just want to tell you all sorts of things, what they want you to do, shout on you, our results ready, I have somewhere to go, I have this to do, and all that, and all that, and all that. I gave you 1 hour. Please, when it's time, your result will be ready. Because if you allow patients to come into your time, insist on some things when they are not emergency cases, sometimes you lose it. And in our kind of job, we are very careful as to deliver reproducible results over time. So there is no room for mistake. So you must not allow anybody to come and befuddle your mind when there are so much going on. You could get as high as 50 samples a day and you are working. So it is really important. It is really, really important that you, okay, hi. It is really important that you work on these things. 15-minute blocks, tiny but valuable. Hello, someone is saying, hi, good evening. What country are you? Well, I am in Nigeria currently, in Abuja. Yes, so let me know the country that you are watching from and let us interact here. So now the second challenge is household distractions that break your focus. Yes. So let's say that you have so many things going on at home. Any day I'm off duty, I tend to attend to the clothes, I tend to wash, I tend to cook. I like cooking in bulk and in batches so that it'll be easier for me to warm. It won't be, because cooking could be a day's job for me anyway, because I like to cook a whole lot of things, you know. So Household distractions could break your focus, and that is a problem, but we have a solution for it. Let's say you sit to bead, the phone pings, TV noise, people interrupt you. Like you don't have time. You are even at home and yet you are still distracted. Sometimes I could be off duty, but it still seems like I'm working because patients call, office call to ask of a certain thing, or a certain meeting that's supposed to take place a certain time. Is it still going to hold? Or emergency, this one finished, or you need blood, or so many things happen, some crazy things happen sometimes, especially if the day is clouded with emergencies. So you that is off duty, you're also not off, you work and work and work, but then that is the job, that's part of the job. So now that you are home, household distractions is still breaking your focus, that you have managed to get your 15-minute blocks, you've managed to get your mean time, and phone pings, calls. Yeah, so here is a solution for that. Set clear do not disturb time boundaries. Part of the do not disturb time boundaries is when you're in the loo, when you're in the toilet, you lock up the door. That is a do not disturb time. So I'm using that as an example. It's not like you go and lock yourself up in the loo. No, that is not what I mean. What I mean is you can also get a do not disturb time. It's a time where you are alone. You lock up. You lock the door. They'll be banging on the door. They'll be kicking the door. They'll be calling mommy, 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 mommy. As far as you know that there are no things that are accident prone around the house, you lock up and act like, give them chores, give them assignments, so that you can use your 15 minutes beautifully and soundly. 2, use earphones or calming music to create a bubble. So let's say every place is pandemonium all over the place, or it is a time in the day when children are back from school and is always one shout here or the other. You can achieve peace. So, and how to achieve it is earpiece. There is a reason why there is earpiece, you understand? So put on a calming music to create a bubble. Put it on. You realize that you can as well achieve that 15 minutes time. That your me time. You realize that nobody will take it away from you. Nobody takes away your me time away from you. It is your time, so it must be used. Yes. So if you are intentional about your me time, a point will come, people will now know that from this time to this time, this person doesn't attend to anybody. They'll start understanding how your schedule works, and they'll start respecting your time. If you do not respect the things that are valuable to you, no one else respects you. Understand? So you need to start creating these ones, and do not lose that time that you've allotted. Since you're not going to use the whole of the day, excuse me, my speaker fell off. Since you're not going to use the whole of the day to attend to yourself, you just need this 15-minute window. Utilize it. Then the third one is make a small beading corner away from chaos. Even a tray works. Yes. I wish I had this thing I could show you now. I'm at work. So at home I have some beading trays I built myself. So I intentionally customized them to my own use. And maybe one of these days I will build one that has pouches, that has side bags. So this beading tray, what I did was it contains a project. Let's say I'm working on a particular project, a C plus project or a bracelet project. I'm working on that at that moment. So I'll pack everything and put in that. All the beads I will need, all the wires, all the needles, everything, the pliers, everything that I will need. Put it in a tray. So make it neat, because a a a disorganized environment disorganizes my mind too. But an organized area calms me down. It gives me a sort of certain level of clarity. So that is why when I'm working, I always love to, you know, package all the beads I need before I start the work. I will pick all the beads, all the potential beads. It may not necessarily be the beads that will eventually end up being used for that project. I will pick all of them, the ones that caught my eye. I'll pick everyone, both for inspiration and all that. So I'll pack it in one space and everything I need. So that once I sit down in one spot, I'll open it, work. After working, I'll pack everything back inside. So you need to have a beading corner. And in that beading corner has your beading tray. So once you get that beading tray, well, I honestly, I don't have a beading corner, so to speak. Instead, I have trays. So these beading trays, I can walk up any bead anywhere because of this trays, because of this beading tray. And this beading tray is mobile. What I mean is that it's portable, customized, and mobile. You could zip it, you could close it, you could do a lot of things. So and if I even if I'm traveling to the nearest state, I'll carry it with me. So it is very portable for, carrying your beads here and there. So that is the second challenge, and that is the solution for the second challenge. Now let's talk about the third one. Let's say the third one is you cannot mentally switch off. Let's say you're the kind of workaholic that once you start, you can't tune off, right? You're thinking of work, life, bills. Let's say the light bill is coming up, you just can't. Like, I don't see a way that you can sit down and be beading when you're thinking of other things. It will seem so unserious, right? It will seem as if that you're a very unserious fellow. It happens to you too, right? Uh, In fact, it happens to a whole lot of all of us. Anything that is not serious to you and you need to leave, you prioritize. You realize that mentally you drop some things that are not serious, especially when we are talking about real life situations that in no time you will be driven out of your house and you're here making beads. Like, how? So it does happen. You cannot just mentally switch off. You're thinking of so many things. Now, here's a solution. This one is working. So, because it worked, that is why I can confidently tell you that I do a whole lot of things. I'm here, I'm there. I still make these things happen. And I can also, because I can make it happen, you can also. It's just all about putting a thought into it and start working out a plan for how your day runs without overwhelming yourself. Yes. And still, consciously make these things work effortlessly. Yeah. So now the solution that I have for you today is start your bidding time with, we are doing a sort of um a sort of mental exercise. Take a deep breath, right? Train your mind to enter craft mode. Let's say you just have 15 minutes. So out of 24 hours, 15 minutes. So take a deep breath. Once you take a deep breath, you know that once it's 15 minutes, we move. We have another thing. So that is the first one. Two, make a simple, repetitive project, bead, a pattern, first to quiet your mind. Sometimes the simplest things are the cutest. Sometimes beautiful things make money. It is not until you overcomplicate it. When I got into beading, I saw some beadworks that looked so complicated. My mind went to it that, if they are this complicated, they must be expensive and it is something to go out for. But along the line, I realize that the beautiful things, if you are mindful of these beautiful and simple things, they are the most beautiful. Let me rephrase my statement. The the simplest things are the most beautiful because the state of your mind when you did it matters a whole lot. With complex things, perhaps you overwhelmed yourself. Perhaps you have sleepless now, though there is a satisfying feeling when a job is completed. Then when it's simple and you gift it to someone and you see that natural energy, that natural bubble, that natural excitement oozing out from that person, is everything. You feel so happy, you feel so satisfied that the person appreciated it. But if you gift the complicated project to a critical mind, and the critical mind starts analyzing how the rhythm is going, and it stop at a certain point that is not consistent with the other flows. The person who identified that part, why didn't you do it this way? This is someone that doesn't know the energy that you put into this project. You worked so hard for it to make it. The person becomes a critic and will even dampen your spirit the more. Like, why didn't you beat it along? What happened? Not minding how many days you spent in working these things out. You must be a master to please everybody. If you know, if you learn, it is good for you to learn early. It is good for you to learn early in your bidding career or in your hobby, in your craft career, that your work is not to please everybody. It's to please the people that love what you are doing. I'm telling you. Once you have that at the back of your mind, you can work, do your work in peace. And there's still some people that will be thrilled that you are doing a great job. That being said, journal one sentence about what you want to enjoy before you begin. When you talk about the things you love, it gives you a sense, there's a certain energy, right? But when you now pen it down, let's say you wrote it down, then later you now get to it after maybe perhaps a month or two. Hello, fellow bidder. Yes, thank you for being here. Okay, I really appreciate you. So back to our gist. Let's say you pen down your experiences, you pen down what you want to enjoy today before you start. There is a sort of accountability associated to what you are doing. You are being intentional, at the same time, you are being accountable for whatsoever you are doing. Like a sort of you reckon the things that you are doing. So now there is this satisfying feeling that comes after when you now go back to the things you recorded, you wrote down, and you are going through it. You now realize how the process had been, and there is a level of satisfaction that you feel when a job is done. I don't know if you feel it. These are the things I feel sometimes. I can't put them into words, but they are the things that greases the day, especially when the day is quite stressful. And if you start like this today, you realize that you finish. No, don't get me wrong. When you start a bidding project, don't plan to finish everything at once. If you want to finish everything at once, you could get a level where you get your limit and you want to burn out. You understand? So when you now want to work on that project again, it will be quite difficult for you to get back to it, because mentally revisiting how stressed up in your mind it was when you were working it, because you were struggling to finish it. What I'm trying to say is that little drops of water make an ocean. As you work on something day by day, you realize that you are getting it done. So, and you need to work on what you love doing every day. So now that is the third challenge, the solution to the third challenge. The fourth one is, let's say that it feels like your hobby feels like another to-do list. You know, sometimes our mind can play tricks on us. You'll be like, this is another energy I need to, pass through. I need to pass, your mind will be telling you so many things. Yeah. It feels like another task, another to-do list. So I need to, do this, I need to make this, I need to make this. Oh, that is how I started working on a bead project. It was a beaded set I was working on. I've set everything, the energy was there. I said, okay, I will finish this one by this time tomorrow. I'll do this, I do this, I'll do the earring, I'll do the bracelet, I'll do the bag, I'll do the slippers, I'll do the cufflinks. Oh, I imagined deep. I went wild with my imaginations. My people, when I did the earring, I managed to do the necklace. The necklace no be here. In fact, there was a point, because I tend to want to perfect whatever I'm doing. I tend to work. I may not work fast, but I want to do the right thing, right? So at some point, I saw some odd shapes. I will still go back and redo it. And you know what it means when you are losing beads. You're losing to start all over again to work. So after working on the energy I started with wasn't the energy I was almost concluding the necklace with. Once I managed with everything I had to finish that necklace. Immediately I finished it, Gaskia, I had to just finished it. I had to just say, okay, this is for now. I need to suspend. I need to suspend whatsoever. I need to suspend whatsoever I'm doing. So sorry, I have a patient now, so I need to attend to the patient before I continue. So okay, from the doctor, right? Okay, so this test is 12. I need to know where they collect it from. They didn't indicate. Okay, it was not indicated. Okay, so okay. Hold on. Give me that your pen. Hold on. So today is a 3D analysis, right? Today is day one. I'm just explaining to you. In case if I get this suppository thing. So I'm explaining to you. This is the payment for that particular test, right? So it's a 3D analysis. So today is day one. as you gave it to us now, today it starts counting. Today is day one, tomorrow is day two, next tomorrow is day three. So you come on Monday evening for the result. So we'll try our best to start working on it. So once the result, or come on Tuesday morning for the result. So everything all well and good, you can see the doctor. So once we start, you commence with get your suppository is really important. Then you can. I'm sure by the time you come for the result, you will be feeling a whole lot better. Yeah. Okay, so make the payment. I can't collect because I'm not wearing gloves. She went to get gloves. So just have a seat. I will register. But what's your name? 820. Hope Daniel, right? How old are you, please? I'll be 22, so let's say 22. Okay. So, okay. So now, please take this pen and write 821 there. 821. On the body. Where is written name? Okay. So let me show you where you can drop it. So you want me to write my name? Your number is there. So please come. I need you. So you see where that lighter is? Beside it. And that's it. Yes, beside. Just drop it there, yes. So that will be all. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So don't forget to wash your hands, eh? No, outside, not here. Yes, make the payment, then you now come. So guys, I'm washing my hands as to continue because I'm almost my break is almost over, and very shortly the patient will start trooping in. So it is very necessary that I finish. And so okay, so let us continue. Oh, thank God, it is not available. So let us continue. I need to conclude fast. So now let's say that your challenge feels like another task to do, right? Now, the problem here is that beading is turning to be like pressure. It's like what I was explaining the other time. And pressure is a pressure for you to finish, and you want to be perfect at the same time. So that beaded project I was talking about, the beaded set, I ended up not concluding um because it became pressure for me. I was really pressured to conclude it. I worked. It was really something else. So the energy I started with just died down. It died off as I continued. So once I managed to conclude the necklace, oh, that's how I ran away. Oh. I just couldn't continue again. Oh, sometime I woke up one certain morning, said, okay, today I'm going to fulfill this. I made the top layer of the zippers, and I left it. So the cufflinks till date I have not concluded. Okay, you've made the payment, right? Okay, that is okay. No problem. So that will be that. So on Tuesday morning. Okay, I see. Okay. Have a nice day then. So that is how I just packed that one side. I kept it there. So till date. So by now I realize from all these things I'm understanding that it is an energy thing and it's a mindset thing. So once you come with the right energy, also make sure that your mindset is also aligning. Because if your mindset is not aligning, you start with the energy and you realize that it will not last. You just manage to do one or two. In fact, you could pen down the plans and all that. Any other time you come back to like, oh, let me look at the things I wrote down, the let me look at the things I wrote down for this. You just realize that, Kai, gaskiya, I don't have the energy to do this. So you're pressured, you're pressured. So change once your mindset is changed, you realize that it's quite easier for you to internalize and work it out. So simple projects really matter. Simple projects. Once you have little time to yourself and it's your me time, you start working on simple projects, very cute and simple projects. Plan them, sketch them, so you don't need to think again. You just need to, plan. And example of simple project are stringing projects. Project that you string or project that you weave with simple weaving and beading techniques really work well. If you have been following me for a long time, you know that my best beading technique is the right angle weave. So I really love using that a lot. So it's no brainer. Once I just start, all I need is to get the colors aligned. Once I get the colors aligned, and that is that. And of course, I need to beat time to it too. So while I'm bidding, I'm listening, I'm doing, there's so many things to achieve. You understand? Especially when you're giving yourself a timeline to achieve them. Yeah. So that is that. Now, let us talk about the solution for this pressure of a thing when you are working on a project. Remind yourself, this is playtime, not production. So don't get too serious. So that is the only way you can maintain your energy. When you are not so serious about this thing, you want to make it like so much work. You realize that you're just enjoying the process. You understand? It's not production. It's fun. You're catching fun. Oh, sometimes I used to enjoy when I'm working with others, people that carry the same thought process like me. So I used to enjoy, working with it because we are sharing ideas and all that. And we are talking about, oh, what if we do it like this? Oh, we notice something, say, oh, wow, what if we done like this? But when you're working alone, sometimes it's cricket after a long time. You want to, like, you know, just package everything and keep aside. So remind yourself that you're having fun. The energy will last. Now, the second one is, as I told you, pick easy project, not just easy project. Pick joyful projects. There are some colors that just kill your mood. Okay. Unfortunately, we lost a very passionate doctor with us, and because of that, the whole place has been so dulling, so boring, so quiet. Everybody is moody because that man enriched lives. You know, at every point in time in our lives, we interacted with him. So just imagine that this moment where everybody is just feeling sad and feeling moody, you now go and get another moody bead, another unjoyful project to do. Okay, there is one bit I almost got the project. I almost got the instruction booklet for then many years back. That could be about 20 something years ago. The name of the project was Until I Can Breathe Again, or Until, like, we die here, that kind of project. So the name itself was even stressful. It was so stressful that even when I saw the complication in the project, I just started getting tired already. I got tired. So I just told myself, this is something that before I finish it, it won't be joyful again. Yes. No matter the colors you want to build on it, I don't know how I can really sit on something for so long without mixing colors, because what brought me to beading was the color combos. So just imagine I'm beading on something that is taking the whole of the year to work on. To me, well, I don't know about others, it's no longer joyful to me. Yeah, it's no longer joyful. And I always like to make things around me bubble and exciting. So pick easy projects, pick joyful projects, not complex ones. When you're tired, you now have lots of unfinished projects here and there. And the third one is allow unfinished projects without guilt. Yes, sometimes when I'm going through all the projects that I've done over the years that I ended up not completing, I start feeling sad. But there was an energy that I used when I started. And it's not the energy that I maintained. At the end of the day, I realized that I couldn't, cope. So what I'm trying to say is that guilt will come, but it's fun. You're just catching fun. It's fun. Don't stress the thing. Don't put so much pressure. Don't put so much pressure on yourself. Enjoy yourself. So anything that you know that there'll be so much pressure, if it is possible, as much as possible, you need to avoid it. If you cannot avoid it, replan, and you realize that you'll be working well in that environment. So now that we are done with the challenges, these are the 4 challenges that I know that have been working for me, and I wanted to share it. Here is your powerful bet, tiny homework to do. It's a powerful homework. I would like you to do this, and you realize that things are actually moving, things are actually progressing. Yes, at least one day I'm putting in the work. Tomorrow I put on the work. Though I didn't finish it, but I put on the work. That is why I said allow unfinished projects without guilt. As far as it's a joyful project, don't rush to finish it. Just enjoy the process. Enjoy. It's not production, it's playtime. So let it be, anytime you open your beaded tray, let the mirage of colors, the excitement, let it just build up again. And once you build for like few minutes, don't yeah, the intention is not working to finish it. You're working to enjoy the process. You understand? So now here is a powerful project. No, it's a tiny one. The first one is, as I told you earlier, schedule 15 minutes of beading. Let's say schedule it of beading this week. Guilt-free is a time to enjoy yourself. So schedule 15 minutes. 15 minutes will not kill you. In a day, you have 24 hours. All you just need is 15 minutes. You know which 1 hour. So just schedule 15 minutes, because you could realize that throughout the whole day, you didn't even achieve anything for yourself. You didn't do anything that you wanted to do. So it is time to take action. Bring out time and say, like how I used to plan my timetable is I do 6 to 12, that is morning, 12 to 6, that is noon or evening, or noon and evening, 6 to 12, that is evening and night. So I do it morning, afternoon, evening. So I now tell myself that morning hours I must achieve something, noon hours I must achieve something, night hours I must achieve something. I do not want to overburden myself and say, I must stretch the thing for so long. I will just tell myself that what did I do in the morning hours that is consistent with me, the things I want to do. What did I do in the afternoon hours? And what did I do in the evening hours? So once I know that I tick all those ones that I was able to finish it, you know that you fulfilled purpose. Hustle, you are doing your 9 to 5, you're always on point. You're um meeting up targets, and you're on point, and you don't burn out. Now the second powerful homework I'm also giving you today, aside scheduling 15 minutes of your time to bead every week, make it sacred, like a tea break. No multitasking, no guilt, just you and your beads. So you just tell yourself like, tea break, oh, like, yeah, sometimes by 2 is our noon, is our break time. Make that time sacred, that this time, oh, I'm going to use out of this. No nothing, no nonsense thing, no involvement. It is my me time. And you just realize that you're putting in the work, a little here, a little there, you're fulfilling purpose, and you're making it work. Tell yourself, this is my peace time. This one makes me better at everything else. And you realize that at the end of the day, every other area you are doing well. This area you're not burning out. You are not pressuring yourself over something you cannot control. And when work comes, you fulfill your work and you move every day. If you do not take these things serious, you realize that at the end of um 10 years, you've not even done anything for yourself. You just did those ones that maybe friends, family, or people you listen to encouraged you, or or they pushed you to do. You realize that you end up not even achieving these things yourself. So this is how to get these things done. I have so many craft ideas I really want to do, but over time, when I was passing through this process, I just realized I couldn't do them, because every day is not enough to fulfill the activities of the day. Till I just learned to that's how we say every day is not enough. Days will just be going. Person no be picking again, you understand? So I needed to do something about it. And that is my peace time. And that makes me better at everything else. So comment me time below if you promise to do this. I really need you to promise to want to be accountable. Let us hold each other accountable. And in doing this, you realize that you're fulfilling purpose. And of course, subscribe for more. I would like to, anytime I'm on duty, I would like to be doing this beginner friendly um and creativity tips every week. I would like to be doing it to share with you one thing or the other and all that. Let's have fun anytime we come here. So I am almost concluding my talk, right? It's getting too long. So life is always busy, you understand. But meantime, my me time is not selfish. Your craft deserves your space. You deserve space. Beading is not just art, it's your gentle escape. It is the time you just have to, like, everybody stay your day. It's time for me to just escape and do my thing. It is your joy. Your craft work, the things that God gave you as a gift, you need to fulfill purpose with them. You need to do some things that makes you happy. Because when you do the things that make you happy, you will stay long at it and you will get good at it, that the passion rubs off on another person. Promise me starting today, va? Starting today that you make time to bead, or you make time to do another craft work and smile while you are doing it. So that is the end of the live section. See you in the next live. Until then, happy beading and happy living. Have fun. Cheers. that is it today. So I really am glad that we had fun today. So I'm about ending this live section so I can attend to the sample that came in earlier that I couldn't handle. Okay, see ya. Cheers. Bye. So let me see if I can